Well, what's going on, YouTube? It's good to see you guys. Hope everybody's having a good day. I got something on the table that makes me very happy. This is something new from the folks over at B'yond EDC, working under their sort of sub-brand, Terra Mundi. This is a Demko design, but not Andrew Demko. This is a John Demko design. This is the River Wolf. And this is a fantastic pocket knife. It is big, it is beautiful, it is comfortable. I am in love with this knife. Now, unfortunately, these are limited edition. This one is, I think, 19 of 200, something like that. They're going to be kind of hard to find. But, having spoken with David at B'yond EDC, they are looking at releasing different versions. They're talking about one that may be fragged and different colors, So there'll be more. They just won't look quite like this. And you guys know that this is 100% my style. So let's go ahead and get the box out of the way and take a look at the Terra Mundi River Wolf by John Demko. First, that is beautiful. It just is, right? It's not fancy, it's just a giant slicing machine, and it makes me really, really happy. Now, the blade is M390. It is very tall, so you get a ton of drop down here to a very nice edge. The folks at B'yond EDC have done a great job bringing this thing together. The handle is, for my size hand, very, very comfortable, and it's got a lovely forward choil that you can get up into. You want to be careful with that, because you're not going to want to poke something holding it this way, because you will come forward onto the blade. But for just general work, this is really nicely done. It's all titanium, running on ceramic bearings. As I said, it's an M390 blade. It's got a milled pocket clip that is reversible. Now, it is a frame lock, so even though you reverse the clip, you're still going to have the frame on this side, the lock on that side. There's nothing to do about that, but that's okay. It's got a very simple yet nice pivot. It's a very simple, straightforward design, right? Only it's got a screw on this side, feeds into a pin on this side. Other than that, there's just the pivot, and yet this thing is rock solid. I love it. I mean, you can tell I love it. I'm ranting about it. The thing is amazing. It's a big boy. We are coming in at 8 3/4 inches overall in length, right? The blade itself is 3.5 inches of cutting on 3 3/4 inches of that M390. Grip area from behind the flipper tab, 3.5 inches to right here, almost 4 out here to the very end, right? But 3.5 inches easy. Now, if you add that choil, 1, 2, 3, 4.5 inches, right? So plenty of room, and it is really comfortable to hold. This is a great knife. The pocket clip is milled titanium. It has a single screw in this side, and I think likely either a couple of pins that come through that sit into these points. I haven't taken it apart, and I'm not, but I will eventually. I'll take one of these apart and take a look. There is, of course, a steel lock bar insert up here, so it's not titanium on steel, it's steel on steel, which is very nice. The lockup is about 35 or 40%. I'm not sure if that's going to show, but it's a good lockup, and again, there is no wiggle. There is no jimping, but I'm okay with that. It doesn't need it. It really doesn't. The way the handle is shaped makes for a really positive grip that way, or this way if you're going to give something a little poke. The leaf-shaped blade is fantastic, again, for all of your daily tasks, or if you're going to give somebody a little prod to move along. It is nicely done. It is very sharp, as I said. It's got a little bit of jimping. Just 2 lines right here on the flipper tab, but it's very positive in that too. It does stick out a little bit of a pocket pecker, but it's a very snappy action, right? I like it. I mean, you can tell that I like it. I liked it from the minute I opened up the box. The 80-20.5 and the 80-20 are not knives for me. I don't like them that much. There's nothing wrong with them. It's an aesthetic and a confident hand thing. They're not for me. So when I heard that there was another Demko by the other brother coming out, I was like, cool. And then I saw this at Blade West and fell in love with it. So the opportunity to get my hands on one to review, I was like, yes, please, let's do that. And I wasn't wrong. It is a stellar bit of kit. It's really good. Let's see. Closed profile is not quite as pocket friendly as many that I've looked at recently. In fact, we're coming up on almost 2 inches. It's 1 3/4 inches. It is a big knife. It's going to eat up a lot of pocket. Closed length, yeah, 5 full inches. And yet, still, I have no problem with this thing. And in fact, it is a joy to have in the pocket. It feels secure. It feels, well, you know it's there, but that's a good thing. Let's do some size comparisons. Let's do something silly first. Here it is against the Bug Out. As you can see, the River Wolf just dwarfs the Bug Out because it is just a much bigger knife. Where did my... Here it is against a recent edition, equally titanium. This is the Artisan Valor, designed by Ferrum Forge. There's a video for this up on the channel already. If you haven't seen that, you should check it out. But as you can see, the River Wolf is a big knife. Here's against the Benchmade 940. This is, of course, very common. Lots of people have seen this. But it's not a very big knife. So the River Wolf, I'm going to try that again. So the River Wolf just dwarfs it. And that, of course, makes me silly happy because I do like me some big knives. Now, here it is against the Rat Model 1, which is a very long knife, at least. And as you can see, the River Wolf, I'm going to wrestle with that for the rest of this video. I can just tell. The River Wolf, my goodness, is just 1/8 of an inch longer. Right? Let's get out the magic calipers. See how much M390 they've decided to give us. At its thickest spot, we are looking at just at 4 millimeters. So it is a nice slice of M390. Yep, 4 millimeters. That is really cool. Or 100 and almost, yeah, basically 158 thousandths of an inch, right? The handle itself comes in at just over a 1/2 inch at its thickest spot. It's slab-sided, right, so it doesn't swell or anything. Yeah, we're looking at about a little over 1 inch on the handle at its tallest down here. Now this, of course, is much taller up here, but through the handle, that's the thickest spot right there, and we're just a little over 1 inch. I love stuff like this. Clean, straightforward, hardworking, well-made. I love it. I hope that John Demko continues to design stuff, because while Andrew Demko's designs are what they are. They're fantastic. The 8010 is one of the greatest knives ever made. I would love to see a little competition between the brothers, because it'll bring us amazing stuff. Now we're going to go ahead and weigh it out, but I assure you this thing weighs a ton. I don't have a flashlight handy, but there is no milling on the inside of these scales, so that it's just slabs of titanium, which makes me super happy. But for the, lightweight sort of EDC crowd, this probably isn't going to be the knife for you. And yeah, we're coming in at 7 ounces. I mean, this is a full-size kit. I mean, it's a full-size knife. It really is. Listen again. Oh, the snap on that is fantastic. So there we have it. The B'yond EDC made Terra Mundi River Wolf, designed by John Demko. B'yond EDC, if you're listening, and of course they are, why wouldn't they? I don't know. I doubt it. But if they are, do more of this, because we'll buy it. This is... It's been a while since a really big knife got my attention and made me this happy. I picked up a Spartan Harsey at Blade Show, which is a fantastic pocket knife. Well, anyway, when I do the review, you'll see. I actually like this a little better than the Harsey. I know, but I do. This is more comfortable, and it's just as badass. Anyway, this has been the Terra Mundi River Wolf, made by B'yond EDC. I have been a Therapeutic Edge. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this look at it. I know I've enjoyed having it. Now, this is about to take off and go to a bunch of other channels, but in the end, it's coming home to me, and that makes me super happy as well. Have a great evening, you guys, or afternoon, or day, whatever time it is when you're watching this. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time.